Welcome to Flipping Miami, a podcast for those who want to learn real estate investing, do more, and make more. Now, here is your host, Raul Bolufe.
Yo! What's up, guys? What is up? So, Raul here. Thanks for listening in again to Flipping Miami by Raul Bolufe, where I am your host on anything real estate wholesale, investing, especially in South Florida. This is our niche. This is our little baby down here. And, I just want to get into it. I'm going on appointments again because our conversions are down. So, I'll go into what conversions mean and all this stuff, but I'm going back on appointments with our sales guys because our conversions are down. We're not getting the contracts we should be getting. And, I usually find some resistance in doing this, but it's always worked so well once I get back in there. It's so cool to understand what's happening with sellers. And I think we lose a lot of grip. So, in this episode, I'm going to share with you, a sample appointment that we just went on. I'm going to share with you some tips to be able to get deals. And I'm going to share with you a tip of how to have the most effective follow-up possible. So yeah, I'll be sharing that with you guys today in the next couple minutes. Guys, if you guys like this stuff and you want to hear more, I really would appreciate if you guys subscribe, maybe leave a comment. Not only is that good for iTunes, but it just really fuels our fire and makes me want to get the best content. I'm still going to provide content, but I just love hearing what you guys have to say, any questions, any good, any bad. I would just really, really appreciate that. And if you haven't done so already, you can check out my website, raulbolufe.com, for all my podcasts, YouTube channel, any other random announcements, and you can check everything we're doing out there. Anyways, so I went on an appointment today. I'm in the car actually driving around to another appointment. I went on an appointment today of a referral. Usually referrals are awesome. What was interesting about this referral was that he was exactly like the person who referred me to him. They were brothers. He had a house in Miami Gardens, which is a hot area down here. The original guy who I bought his house that he referred me to him, I want to give his backstory so you guys can understand. So the original guy that I bought his house, it took a couple of days of follow-up. We went on the appointment. We couldn't get it signed right away. After like 3 days, got it under contract. A couple of days later, he said, hey, I have another buyer that I signed the contract with already. He didn't close, and now I want to close with him. I'm like, hey man, but you signed a contract. How can I help you? Nothing. After a couple weeks, the other guy didn't close, and he called me and said, hey man, this other guy didn't close. What do I do? I said, I'll close it. So I closed it, and our team closed it. We got the deal done, and everyone's happy. So now, fast forward, I get a call to my cell phone from this guy, and he said, hey, a family member referred me to you. Here's the, if you want to come check out my house, I want to sell it. So we go by, and man, what was so interesting is that this guy, let's call the first seller Bob, and let's call this seller Rob. So Rob is exactly like Bob, okay? They're brothers, and they talk the same, they act the same, they're both analytical personality types. It's a really interesting dynamic. They even move the same. They said the same things. It's crazy. But anyways, so we were talking, and we walk around the house. He's like a driver / analytical personality, which means that he loves facts, and he was very okay, it's 12 o'clock. Come on, let's get this show on the road. Moral story. So we're talking, we're going through the process, and when it comes down to price, when it comes down to our presentation, and he said, we offer him our low 130,000. We know in our minds the most we could pay is 145. So we started a little bit low. Actually, no, we started at 100. We anchored at 100. How we do our anchor is this way. It actually looked exactly like this. We said, hey, Rob, now I understand that you want to sell this house because you want to move to another house. And you're kind of tired of maintaining this thing, and there's a tenant in the back who's kind of been annoying. So I want to present an offer to you that we can help solve all that. And, when we came out here, originally I would have loved to get this house for $100,000. I know you'd never accept that. I know it's way too low. But I'll be willing to come up to 120,000. And then he's like, no way. No way. I need 175,000. 178, 175 is the lowest. I'm like, hey, we understand that, but this is just how we do our numbers, and we like to buy houses and this and that. What's funny about this is that the other guy he said someone else went to go see the house for 175. He said someone else offered him 175. What's funny is that the other guy that offered him 175 is the same guy who didn't close on the first deal from Bob. So I'm like, dude, Rob, that's the same guy who didn't close for Bob's house. I'm the guy who ended up closing. Why would you want to work with someone who's not going to close? You do know that that number is like fictitious. I don't care. Whoever's going to pay me 175 is who gets it. I'm like, yeah, but if he puts it on paper but doesn't close, he never paid you. He's like, yeah, I don't care. So he was very closed off on anything lower. So what we did is that we came up to our maximum at 145, which could have been a mistake, but we did it either way. And we did what's called a takeaway close, which is we said, hey, look, here's our offer in writing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it with you so you can check it out. I know you have another guy coming to check it out tomorrow. If this offer, I want you to rip it up at 5 p.m. if you don't want to accept it. Literally get this piece of paper and rip it. I told him verbatim. Get this piece of paper and rip it at 5 p.m. If you can, call us by 5 p.m. and let us know what happens. But other than that, if we don't hear from you, the deal's off on our end. And then he kind of wait, but how does it work? And he started asking us more questions. Okay? So what I'm getting at is here, that's a really important tip to be able to get more deals, is do a takeaway like that people can see the real you. And when following up, it's very important to do a takeaway and say, hey, listen, I've been calling you to follow up on your house. You still haven't sold it. It seems like you don't really want to sell it. And no matter how we structure this deal, it looks like you don't want to sell the house to me. So I'm just going to, you can erase my offer, and we'll go off and buy another house. That's the takeaway. That's a really good way to get the truth out of people. So guys, go on appointments. Still go out there and crush it. Go negative. Go do some takeaways. And remember, get to the root of the problem with these homeowners. That is what's going to buy the deal. It's not the price. It's the root of the problem. Okay? Find the motivation. Talk to them. You can go on my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of appointments that we filmed inside the house, negotiations and everything. So go check that out if you want to see what it looks like. And one love, guys. See you guys on the other side. Remember to subscribe, like it. If you go on YouTube, check that out. And see you guys. Peace.